Hello, and welcome back to our Japanese 1890 campaign, Rise of the Dragon. I'm recording this video immediately after the last one. Today's the 27th, and it's a Friday. I'm going to be a little bit busy this weekend, so I'm going to go ahead and record this episode ahead of time, which will come out on Sunday, because the one I just recorded is coming out tomorrow on Saturday. And I may end up recording one more for Monday. It depends on how I might make a couple phone calls and see how busy I'm going to be. But I don't want to leave you all without some sort of entertainment to keep you happy. And I like doing this. It's actually a lot of fun. So that's just letting you know. So that if you throw any suggestions at me in the comments, I know some people have made some shipbuilding suggestions and tactical suggestions and whatnot. Please remember that it might be a day or two delayed in between when I see that comment and when I actually record, because again, sometimes I go a day or two ahead to make sure that we have content coming out. But I am reading all of them and I am taking it all into consideration. So don't get too frustrated if you leave a comment saying, "Hey, Tiny, you forgot to send a battleship to the South Pacific." And I'll reply to you as soon as I can, usually same day, and I'll say, you know what, I did forget to do that. I'll make sure to do it. And then tomorrow's episode comes out and I haven't done it yet. Well, it's because that episode is already recorded. So um, that's usually what happens. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's go into the new year, going into 1950. This is December of 1949. Something I wanted to do was possibly build a few more submarines, because we have some extra funding floating around here and we want to get rid of it. And we are starting to run short on submarines. So let's go ahead and build some regular old submarines. Build 5 of them. There. We have a lot of long-range subs ready to go right now as well, and they're currently on their way to Northern Europe, hopefully to cause some chaos. All right, another intercept. I'm going to go ahead and auto-resolve that. I have a bad feeling I'll lose the escort if I do that, but let's see. Yeah, I had a bad feeling. Okay, that stinks. There are the 35-ton destroyers. Okay. Yep. I mean, everyone's jet fighters are going to be better than ours because ours were one of the first. All right, we lost a sub. That's a mine layer. Lost another sub. And we didn't sink many merchants. We lost 3 subs in total, actually. Not great. That was not a good month for us, December. Bloody December. All right, let's take a look at our ships under construction. So the Hoshos will be done. These are our intermediate jet capable aircraft carriers. Those will be like our light aircraft carriers. They're just about finished. The Taihos are getting closer to being done. And then our design study for the Shinanos is going to be finished next month. So next month let's just go ahead and skip to it and see. I plan on building a couple of those though. All right, is this going to be a big battle, or are they going to decline it, or what? It looks like a cruiser battle. Attack enemy ships, please. Oh, we're near their home port. All right, so we're going to be getting some air power against us, and we won't have much in support of our own. Anyway, how are your own campaigns going right now? Anyone have anything really interesting going on in your games? Like what nations you're playing, and any interesting strategies you want to share with people that's working out for you or not? I know that I received a comment about a week ago or so that someone was, well, actually, it's probably more than a week now. It feels like I've been doing this for about a month now, I think. And someone said they were using my early strategy of the really fast, well, really fast. It was back then. It was like 22 knots, um, 22 knot torpedo cruiser, and they said that was working out really well for them. Okay, we took taking some hits here. Not fantastic. And the enemy ships are too fast for me to get this, torpedoes off in this distance. But we'll get our cannons into action and we'll give them some payback. That Chapiev class seems like a pretty good gunboat. It's probably newer than our 1929, actually. Ours is a lot newer. But we did go for a different approach with these than what looks like they're doing. We went for all big dual-purpose guns, whereas it looks like they went for a little bit more of a spread of weapons, and they probably have torpedoes on there. All right, we can send the destroyers over to put some torpedoes. This is a nice bloody battle. It's been a while since we had like a sort of just an even playing field type of battle. Let's fire off all of our torpedoes at that thing. We know that's a cruiser, allegedly. So it is worth firing them all, and they'll reload, hopefully by the time we get them back into the action down here. How's this ship doing? It's taking some hits, but it's not flooding or anything, so look at those torpedoes. We probably still might not catch them. You know, I don't think we caught them with any of those, so let's go up there and try to finish them off if we can. Nighttime has arrived, but both sides have radar. Look at that, reloaded already. All right, let's do it. Fire torpedoes. Torpedoes away. We'll save one of those launchers if they miss. Oh, we can't tell if those are hitting or not. I don't think they are. Well, 1, 2, 3. Torpedoes away. We did I mean, not that our torpedoes were like doing extremely well before, but we did move away from the torpedo doctrine into damage control instead. That was some years ago at this point. There we go. That should do it. And then maybe we'll just send those destroyers home. Or actually, we can detach that one and send it home. So we're going to slow her down to 6 knots as usual. And where is home? Over there. Could send them to northern Korea. But, I mean, if we can hunt down these cruisers and finish them off, they don't have a huge, just like us right now, they don't have a huge fleet of cruisers anymore. I think we're out of that era temporarily until missile technology really arrives, where people just aren't going to worry about cruisers because that's effort that could be spent into aircraft carriers and whatnot. Yeah, we'll detach it, send it home. We're going to send that one to northern Korea. We'll put it on cruise to save fuel and spare the engines. We'll go to cruise and cruise, and everyone will go home. Right, hang on. Do a little drive-by here. Just shoot them up. Wow, they're launching missiles. Oh, enemy PB, that's patrol boat. Is that a motor torpedo boat? Oh, ouch. Okay. Ouch. You shot me, you a-hole. Well, how badly damaged am I? I'm on fire. But we do have damage control as a doctrine. So it looks like the fire is still going, unfortunately. Check out the log entries. Fire is reduced by damage control. It was spreading. So keep going, keep going, keep going. Fire reduced. Fire extinguished. All right, very nice. PBs. I wonder if that is. I wonder if that is patrol boats, like motor torpedo boats. When you're Russia, it's worth it probably to have some torpedo boats up here because like fighting's going to be taking place right outside your own port. Let's see if we've managed to stem the flooding at all. No, it's still flooding. It's not overwhelming yet. All right. Oh, we lost a destroyer. That happens. We did sink a light cruiser and a couple destroyers. Okay. Well, a sharp little battle there. So this is the torpedo bomber for the French. I don't know how to compare. Like I don't know this. They show you like the stats of the enemy aircraft, but they don't show you what your stats are. Like you have to try to remember off the top of your head what your own stats are. So this is what the French heavy cruiser looks like. So 12 10-inch guns, 16 5-inch, 14,000 tons. Compare that to our Myokos, which are 15,000. We have 9 10-inch guns. They went for heavier dual-purpose secondaries than we did, but we have a lot more. Well, not a whole lot more, but some more. And they're fast. They're just as fast as our Myokos are. Ended up with 4-inch belts. Okay, we're just trading ECM supremacy back and forth. Here's an improved dive bomber. So this is the 1950 model. A little bit more cruise speed, a little bit more range, and bigger bomb loads. Nice. And they caught up to us in the Raider War. So a lot of this happening in Northeast Asia. So let's see if we can't put a stop to that. All right, so let's go ahead and build 2 Shinano class. And what did we want to do? Right. We wanted to put the Tone, or so what do we have in Southeast Asia? We have a couple of Kana class. So we'll put both of these on trade protection down there. And then Northeast Asia, we'll put 2 of those on, well, at least 1 of those. No, we'll put 2 of those on trade protection. I'm not super keen on getting into a gunfight with a heavy cruiser, but we don't know how new their cruisers are. So yeah, we ended up with a little bit bigger belt than they did on that heavy cruiser, that French heavy cruiser. Or that was French? I think it was. All right. Anyhow, let's continue onwards. We have a lot of aircraft carriers in the queue here. They're getting bigger. Well, actually, they're getting maybe not quite bigger, but they're getting more powerful. Oh, okay. We intercepted with a heavy cruiser. This is what we want. If we can't sink a heavy cruiser with this hit with the Myoko, then I don't know. Then we might as well just stop making heavy cruisers. Go to maximum speed. I don't know. I'm hoping maybe our shore-based scouts will to look around for some stuff, but I don't know where the enemy could be here. No contact. Yeah, I want to keep looking this time. Normally I don't. And here comes the rain. Yeah, I don't know where they could even be. Okay. No, we're not gonna bother. Where are they? Oh, they're all the way over there. That would have been nice. It would have been a good opportunity to sink a ship, but no contact. More torpedo damage. Improved jet engines. Allows jet attack and heavy jet air fighter aircraft. Sank a submarine. Sank a submarine. We sank a escort. Doesn't help much. Don't think I would trade two of our submarines for one escort. All right. What else can we do here? Not a whole lot. We're just going to wait until our aircraft carriers start coming into service. Let's fight this one just so we can preserve our escorts. We need to keep these corvettes as long as we can. Funny how they'll fight our corvettes, but they won't fight our heavy cruisers. All right, let's go home. Back to Shanghai. It is an advantage having having all these Chinese ports that we can retreat to when we just want to get out of a fight. Improved submarine effectiveness. Improved ASW. Improved light anti-air and medium anti-air effectiveness. The enemy has the advantage in electronic warfare. Let's go ahead and, before we develop jet attack, let's work on, no, not now. We want to work on our light jet fighters. We want to improve the model that we have. And Germany's entered the war on our side. That's not good news because Germany could try to compromise a peace, I think. So let's do a light jet fighter. We're going to go for speed and firepower. So we have a lot of jet fighters deployed right now, light jet fighters. So we want to improve those models before we fool around with anything else. We'll probably do jet attack next. Nice. So we'll probably do jet attack next, and then we'll do like the heavy fighters. Because we already have a jet fighter. Like whether it's heavy or medium doesn't matter. Heavy or light doesn't matter too much to me. But we don't have any jet attacks, so that's something we want to get going. So these are Arcana gunboats. Hopefully they can catch up to whatever this is. We're going 32. It's hard to imagine that they're going much faster than that. Whoa, that was sudden. What just happened? Our radar just shut off. I think it's because of the heavy rain, maybe? I don't know. But we're gunboating, and we blew them up. Yes. Alright, that got rid of a light cruiser. That thing's been raiding us for a while, I believe. Is that the Chapid, or what class is that? That's a I can't even pronounce that, but it's an old thing, but it's gone now. Okay. Britain and Italy are buddies now. We lost a long-range sub. Germans and the Russians are fighting. The Russians are just losing escorts. And we're losing a lot of subs now. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, to be fair, they have a lot of escorts. 68. So I see how that can be happening. All right, we'll just, if we can, we'll keep intercepting their raiders. And even if we can't do a very good job in the trade war with our subs, getting rid of their raiders will even things out a lot. There's the radar contact. All right, come on, let's do it. Yeah, I wonder if this is the Chappie something class, Chappie Yara. There it is. I kept seeing that one pop up in the radar information, like it was sinking a lot of ships, a lot of transports. So we'll just have a duel, good old-fashioned duel. This one's 7,800 tons with 2 battle stars, 12 6-inch guns. We have 12 6-inch guns dual purpose with below average captain, torpedo expert, but we don't have torpedoes. So this is the gun duel. Like, we're evenly matched as far as the guns go. Even if we are, actually, we're a little bit lighter than them as well. So this could just be an even fight, or someone could take a turret hit and blow up. We're hitting them a lot. Thank goodness we upgraded the uh, fire controls before the war. We went through a whole program where we put new opto electrical fire controls on everything, essentially, right before the war started. And I think that has really been to our advantage here. Game over. Keep on going. Okay. I panicked there. That didn't look like a normal peace screen. Okay. Hopefully, man, they're still just raiding the heck out of us. Northeast Asia. Yeah, they still have a lot of raiders, and like lots of raiders in Northeast Asia. What can we do to help stem that a little bit? I mean, I wonder if you could even, I wonder if you could put the Zuikaku on trade protection. Can you do that? Huh. I don't know if that's a good idea. That seems like a bad idea. Um, let's go with it and see if they go out and, like, it's a it's a carrier escort. That'd be funny though if we could get an intercept with a carrier and we just start launching aircraft. The problem with that is that the intercepts are like usually like really close range battles like this. You start out close to each other. It would be really funny if it worked though. And at least it would keep the Zuikaku out of fleet battles in the future. Because it does seem like, because it doesn't have anything to pair up with, so it does seem like it's sort of kind of on its own, sort of kind of. New docks? We're still losing a lot of merchants. Man, I wish we could put an end to that. What could we do? What can we do to stop that? How about we put another Myoko on trade protection in Northeast Asia and hope for the best? Actually, we're going to put all of them on trade protection. Actually, we'll put the Myoko itself on Raider in Northeast Asia. Of course, if we're blockading up here, are we blockading? That's the question. I don't know how to tell if we're blockading or not. I think we are. So we might not have many targets to actually sink over here. So if we're not sinking very much, we'll just swap the Myoko back to trade protection. All right, nice. Yeah, the more intercepts we can get here, the better with our heavy cruisers. Here we go. We're getting a lot of battles around Shanghai. We might need to build an air base down here. Go, go, go. Chase them down. Oh, you're not getting away that easy. Unless you're faster than us, then you will get away that easy. Says it's a carrier, but it's a raider. It's probably a heavy cruiser. Straddling, scoring some hits. I mean, these 10-inch guns, if they do hit, they should do quite a bit of damage, even to heavy or light cruisers. Admiral Flota Lobov class. That's a newer one. That's a big light cruiser, 8,700 tons. It's got some battle stars from raiding us to death. Scoring some 10-inch hits. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a heavy cruiser. It's just being misidentified. We're definitely scoring 10-inch hits on it. I think it's slowed down. We lost our electrical power. We're down to 15 knots. It might get away now. Although we are scoring a lot of hits on it. Let's bring our rear guns to bear. All right, I think we hit the rudder out. Took out the rudder. There we go. Let's look at that. That is that Admiral. That's a brand new, well, not brand new, but it's 7 years old, but it's a newer light cruiser for Russia. Let's not let them off cheaply. Let's press for hard terms. Okay. So this reduces the carrier displacement limit for operating heavy stuff to 30,000 tons. Let's take a look at our aircraft carriers in just a sec here. So between Russia and Germany, the Germans lost a light cruiser. Germany has just not had luck, like at all, in this game. They want to be allies with us. We don't want to. So Germany is a traditional enemy of Britain. So we'll just be co-belligerents for now. I don't want to drag Britain into this because it really would drag things out and it would insanely lower our current score. So let's look at our aircraft carriers. So the Akagi's, remember how I was saying that we might refit those into being like light jet carriers? I don't think we can because they have to be 30,000 tons to carry the jet attack craft. So the Akagi's might be destined for the scrap heap. And the bad thing is they're fairly new, but we can't if we can't operate jet attack off of them, then there's like nothing good, like we can't do anything with them. So I don't know. We're up to 120,000 victory points. This is a potential big battle here. No carriers involved. Let's see what we get. All right, let's go ahead and take control of our ships. We still, once we have the budget, need to look into our 3,500 ton destroyer class. Might be a few more months before the current batch of aircraft carriers is done, though. That might be their last battle cruiser right there. Well, let's try and make it no battle cruisers. Yeah, I had a feeling he's going to turn, but what can you do? I mean, we're pummeling the heck out of it right now. We're going to go into pursuit mode with our all-forward gun bungos. These are pretty much designed for this type of fight. It's capsized. And that is the end of that. We just need to score a few hits on this destroyer and slow it down, and then, okay. Well, that was not a glorious battle. It was more of an execution. But we need to whittle them down over here. We'll call that the Battle of the East China Sea. The host show's done. Oh, that's it. The war's over, it looks like. So we get to select possessions. We don't select anything, but we get 20 reparations for the end of the war. All right, we're going to lose a lot of budget here. War end not recorded. What does that mean? Huh, very strange. Not sure what happened there, but hopefully we got some I don't know what happened. I wonder if we got any reparations at all. I guess one way to, well, never mind, it doesn't matter. The war is over. We're 22,000 in the hole right now. We lost 400,000 off of our yearly budget. We have a bunch of carriers being finished. Now, remember I was saying that we might have to get rid of the Akagi's because they can't fit jet aircraft on them. I think that's I think that's what we're going to do. They are the last of the purpose-built prop-driven aircraft carriers. So now that we have all these brand new carriers coming into service, we're going to get rid of the old ones. We're going to get rid of the Akagi, and we're going to get rid of the Zuikaku. That'll save us about 1,000 monthly, which isn't really anything. That's not really why we're doing this. And the Zoihos are going to go as well. So let's go ahead and scrap those. We'll disband all those aircraft units because they're mostly prop driven. So we'll probably be able to get rid of a lot of our prop driven stuff once we get the whatchamacallums, the jet aircraft into service. We're going to put these into the 3rd Carrier Division. The Hosho, these are our little light carriers, so these will go into the 4th Division. And we need to assign them some aircraft, don't we? Oops, hang on, wrong button. Air groups. This here needs some aircraft. This is Northern Korea. We're going to hold off on that because we're not at war with Russia anymore. So let's go ahead and auto add aircraft. What do we get? That's okay. Yeah, 2 sets of jet fighters, 3 sets of jet fighters, and a couple of other things. That's fine. And once we get the jet attack ready to go, we'll probably start getting rid of our prop aircraft entirely. So now we're just looking for budget increases. Here we go. So these are enemy air losses. 80% were shut down by fighters, 14% by other aircraft, and almost nothing by AA. Fair enough. Let's see here. Air group. We'll copy air group and we'll paste air group. There we go. This goes to the 4th Division. And then we've got Division 1 will be Shinano class, Division 2 will be Taiho. And then we'll end up sending probably the Kagas and the Hoshos off to like Southeast Asia or maybe even the Indian Ocean or something. We'll see. We'll see what we do. We'll see what we have to do. We're looking for some budget events here. That would be pretty sweet. Save. All right, so the Hosho, or this is Taiho. So this is the 2nd Air Carrier Division. We need to assign them some air groups. So auto add aircraft. I don't like those uneven numbers. I really don't. But it'll have to do, I suppose. We're going to fix it. So real quick. That. Because it looks like we can get like 2 more two more squadrons on here. Oops, hang on. Change number. Actually, it's gonna be yeah, 2 more squadrons. So this gives us 1, 2, 3. Let's do another fighter squadron. Like jet fighters. And what else do we want? We'll do dive bombers. Torpedo bombers are not really a thing that much anymore. They're a little bit too slow. And it doesn't matter because the dive bombers and the torpedo bombers are probably going to be replaced by our attack craft before the next war anyway. All right, so improved radar range. We might have to go through and add higher levels of radar to some of our older ships. I don't know how much refit that's going to cause, like how long it's going to take or how much it might cost. So here are new light jet fighter. So they are a lot faster. They do have better range. The stats are, we lose a little bit of firepower. We can gain maneuverability and toughness. 465. We're gaining 60 knots worth of speed. We're losing some bomb power. But yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's a fine upgrade. Then here's an improved dive bomber model. You can see the difference between the cruise speed. Like it was like 360 knots or something like that versus 200 here for the dive bomber. So jet versus prop. 5 submarines are finished. New aircraft carrier. This goes into the 2nd Division. So we're going to go ahead and air groups. We'll copy the air group and we'll paste it. Bada bing, bada boom. And we're still, I think we're just building those 2 carriers. So we are in a decent amount of debt actually, because those 2 combined are about 9,000. They're only about 8,000, and we're 10,000 in the hole. So like we're 2,000 in the hole no matter what we do. Okay, well, push on. I'm not putting anything to reserve just yet. Something we've never done. We'd rather keep our crew quality as high as we can, refits aside. This is a chance to get some. We'll deny it. Possibly lose some prestige. Not now. We'll do jet attack aircraft now. So let's do aircraft types, jet attack. We want speed and reliability. Go, go, go. Hang on. Could we get rid of the float plane scouts? Well, we don't have any in service anyway. Okay, well, I'd like to start getting rid of our dive bombers and torpedo bombers to reduce, well, to swap out the maintenance, but we'll see. Oh no, they reduced our budget. That's not good. It's the opposite of what we wanted. We have about 10 months worth of operations left on our budget. No, these were important for our. No, we're not outlawing submarines. The submarines were one of the best things that happened for us during the last war. Surface-to-surface missiles. Yeah, that's going to be a lot to do next time around. This is a chance to gain some budget, which we need, even if it means raising tensions. That's fine. And we're getting close to the 45-minute mark here, so we're going to go ahead and maybe go another turn or 2. So this is a chance for us to get our new destroyers and get some budget in the process. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So I know this sounds crazy, but we're going to get rid of our Irashis. If we're building a new destroyer class, it's going to be expensive, and it will be the final form of our destroyers, essentially for the hull. Yeah, I think it's time. It'll chop off some of the monthly balance. It'll help us actually pay for what we're building. So let's scrap them all. Yeah, we'll sell it to France. Okay. Well, that brings the monthly balance down quite a lot, but we're still going to be quite a bit in the hole here as we go. So let's design our new destroyer class. This will be the last thing we do in this episode. So we'll go for 3,500 tons. We're going to start there at least. Can't go any higher than that, right? Okay. So it puts us at 35 knots. Could go up to 36, but we're going to go with normal. We want spacious accommodations, unit machinery for survival. We'll make these auto-loading 3-inch guns. Are we allowed to do that? Advanced sonar. What does that even mean? What if we go up to 6 on the radar limit? That's okay. What if we go to 7? We can't go any higher than 6. We're gonna delete that mount. We're gonna give it a centerline swivel with 5 tubes with topside reloads as usual. We're not putting mines on our destroyers, and we're not giving them minesweeping gear either. We're going with depth charge throwers. It gives us ASW of 11, which is pretty good. We can mount, oh man, we're mounting 2 surface-to-surface missiles. That's really cool. Can we add any more than that? We might do a heavy one. If we go there and there, can we do that? That's allowed. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They're going to be really expensive destroyers, but they're going to have all the bells and whistles on them. So, the guns are essentially there for the heavy AA. They get, they're dual purpose auto loaders. So we want like 450 rounds for those. We can cut back on the light AA a little bit to save us some space, save us some weight. And then we're going to keep them at 3,500 tons just for the extra, uh, you know, room, essentially upgradable. So can we do these long range? We can't. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, that'll leave us a lot of extra tonnage left over. But that's okay. That gives us room for upgrades. Gives us 5 torpedo mounts, or 5 torpedo tubes, 2 depth charge throwers. And we could increase our ASW by a little bit by doing that, but we'd lose like 15 tons or something like that. Okay. These things are going to be pretty cool. We have 4 heavy surface to, anti-ship missile launchers. That is very cool. They'll be expensive. We're going to build like 4 at a time at the most. Save the game. I actually kind of want to start building them, so we'll skip ahead a couple of rounds. Anything good? Lots of tension increases because of different governments. Sure would be nice to get some of our budget back. This is a chance to do it. Who can we blame? How about France? Nope, we can't blame France. Italy, we haven't ever had any problems with Italy. So we'll just blame Italy for now, and I'm sure tension will go down again. There we go. Now we're back into the positive. That's a little bit more reassuring. We were getting to the danger zone there as far as, we were spending like 4,000 per month. We had 100,000 in the bank. We stole the French improved 5-inch guns. It's pretty cool. All right, let's build 4 of these. Oh, I didn't name these. You know what? Okikaze. That's fine. I would have probably picked a different name, but that's fine. You know, it's funny thing about this game, it's like Civilization, just one more turn. We can negotiate an agreement with. Funny thing is, I don't really want an agreement with anyone. So let's go for tension and budget. 5-inch, so we can do dual purpose 5-inch guns. That's kind of cool. There we go. Back into the positive budget. So we can run at a deficit for a little while. That'd be 11 months essentially. That would be 44,000. If so, but I'm thinking if we built another round of destroyers, that's going to put us about actually it's gonna put us like 3,500 in the hole around. Oh shoot, we have to have 18 of these things building. Oh boy. Let's start 4 more of them, I guess. Yep. Okay. Then we're going to get a warning about not building enough of them. Well, not that warning, but for this. Yeah, we're not fulfilling it. There we go. That helps. So this is the attack craft. So compare this to like the dive bomber. It was like almost 200 knots. This thing is double the speed. It carries just, it doesn't have any firepower, which is it's there to do attack runs. So we'll go for the best stats. So it has the best toughness, the best maneuverability. It carries the same amount of ordnance as everything else, and it gives up like a couple knots of speed over this one, but it's faster than that one. So we'll go for that one. That's the Kawanishi. All right, so yeah, now we have to have 18 buildings. So we got to build 10 more. That means putting the Shinanos on hold for a while, possibly. So we got to do 10 of these. Yeah, that gives us. So if we went for 10 months building the Shinanos, we would lose 92,000. So we could go for 11 months essentially, but then we'd be bankrupt at the end. So is there anything we can actually cut here? Not really. Not really at the moment. The Tangos, oops. The Tangos are still pretty good ships. I want to hold on to those, even though they are getting very expensive to maintain. And part of that is because they're deployed overseas. We could bring these home to Northeast Asia. That might save us a couple hundred each. Let's take a look. So it goes from, so this guy's a poor administrator because he's more expensive than that one. So it goes from 1,085 down to, I mean, we could really, yeah, well, we're not gonna, whoa. Oh, from aircraft. That's funny. So 10,000 or 1,085 down to 904. So about 180 saved each. That brought us from like 95 down to 88,900. And then this here is going to go down a little bit as well. I don't know. This is getting ugly. I was just checking to see. They said we could use it would use like rocket fired torpedoes from aircraft. I was wondering if that was a doctrine type thing. Anyway, I'm going like way over time here. I know I'm in the addiction mode where it's just one more turn, one more turn, one more turn. Yeah, all right. Let's bring the Tone home from Northern Europe where it was okay, Northeast Asia. All right, and for real, we're done this time. Anyway, I really appreciate everyone for being here. I'll see you after the weekend is over, I think. And be safe out there.